Good morning, everyone. We are contemplating on Narad Bhakti Sutra, and through the meditation, we are trying to experience what Naradji talks about divine love and the way to experience the divine love through the path of meditation. On Sutra 18, where we'll be contemplating today, let's talk about the definition given by Shandilya Rishi. In last two sutras, Naradji has explained the definition given by other great sages. So at first, we saw the Veda Vyasji had given a definition of bhakti, where yesterday we focused on Garg Rishi, and today we are going to see Shandilya. Rishi Shandilya talks about bhakti in the form of unwavering contemplation, unwavering, constant revelation on the bliss, on the self. Now, this is the self we talk often in Advaita, in philosophy of Vedanta, and self we constantly talked and discussed throughout the Bhagavad Gita discussions. And this is exactly what Shandilya Rishi talks about in Bhakti. Bhakti is the ultimate and the highest form of spiritual practice, is the path given the ultimate importance because bhakti, love, meet the love. That's what it is. So oneness is throughout the very first start. Whereas in the Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, you see yourself, you see the challenges, you constantly contemplate on the concept, and then you finally become one with it. So it starts with duality and goes to the oneness. Whereas bhakti starts with oneness in a form where you see your divine love, you see the name and the form of him, but very soon enough, you lose that identity of yours because you are already one with him. And divine love alone starts with non duality to reach non duality, and there is nothing in between that can stop a bhakta or a sadhaka to be confused or to be distracted anywhere. But how this self contemplation looks like, most of the time we see ourselves different and our divine love separated. Most of the time, it's more like escaping from our own limitation when we think about bhakti. We forget everything, but then the senses comes back, the mind comes back, and we see everything else but the bhakti. That's still not the bhakti, that's still not divine love. And that's where Rishi Shandilya say, until the struggle of two is ongoing, that's not bhakti. That's holding you back. You're still on rituals. You're still on discussion. You're still on listening and talking about bhakti, but you're nowhere have had the glimpse or touch of bhakti yet. And it won't come until you have the glimpse of self constantly being the self beyond limitation of senses and mind. So let's see how we can experience that and accepting everything of self which has the limitation, and beyond the limitation, then we become one with the divine love. Let's start sitting comfortably, closing your eyes. Taking a moment to bring your awareness simply on yourself, being aware of your body, your position, place you're sitting, your surrounding, making sure your posture is comfortable. You can feel the grounding beneath, which is supporting your position. Taking a quick moment to make sure the body sets into relaxation response, observing your neck muscles, your shoulders, making sure there is no stiffness or tightness there. Let go the control. Taking a quick movement to observe your spine, especially the lower back. It's supported and straight, and that helps to hold the position for a while without any discomfort. Your feet in any comfortable position. As you observe your body and helping it to relax and continue to go into relaxation response, you observe the subtle changes which you hardly observe otherwise. The sensations, the movements, the flow of blood or the flow of energy, a very subtle movement which you constantly feel as you start to observe and expand your awareness through your body consciousness, connecting more with the bodily awareness. At this point, you also can feel and connect better any aches and pain, discomfort, and at times the reason of it. Observing your mind into this relaxation and observing every change as it's taking place, simply as an observer, as a witness, without interfering, without judging, without analyzing. Every part in the body, every organ and the system, whichever you connect, which is functioning well or not functioning so well for you. But at this stage, as you connect, you see the harmony, you see the balance. Body reinstating all the balance and harmony on its own. And while you're observing, connecting with all these changes as it takes place, help you to connect with the body better, helping to understand yourself better. Body is constantly connected with the flow of prana, flow of energy. This flow which we constantly relate with the breathing. I would like you to observe the beautiful connection, the beautiful harmony between breath and body. And observing this harmony as you breathe in and you breathe out. Every part of the body where you can connect or relate with your clinical conditions or discomfort. Taking the flow of breath to that part. Throughout the body, does this flow looks like uninterrupted or free, without an interruption, without an obstacle. Or at some point, this flow of energy seems blocked, seems not so connected. As you breathe in, you feel the flow of movement of the chest. The air goes into the lungs and comes out from the lungs, expanding your awareness not just on the air in and out, but as you breathe in, the flow of energy which you take in not only stays till the lungs but connected throughout the body. The single inhalation will connect you with the flow throughout body. An exhalation will bring the sensation of loosening, relaxation. This balance is effortless. As you connect to see this, you will observe your own way, your own unique pattern of this flow moving in and out throughout the body. As you continue to focus on the flow of life, energy, prana, you're more connected with surrounding. Constant exchange between you and the universe, between you and the world, Prakriti. As this continues, I would like you to expand your awareness to your mind, observing your body and breath into a harmony and seeing this relation in terms of how this flow affects or reach with any discomfort or conditions. Now connecting your mind and observing your thoughts, emotions, any limitations, a unique pattern of the flow of mind. Mind never stops like the flow of prana. Even if you try to hold it for a while, it will not work. It constantly moves. It's its own nature. I would like you not to hold your mind, concentrate, or focus. Rather, I would like you to connect with the flow and understand this flow. Understand the movement of thoughts. There is always a unique pattern of our own. Just like our body consciousness, our flow of breath, the pattern of our prana, everything interrelating with mind. Where does this flow go often? In the past or in the future? In the worry cycle or the fear? Again, sometimes these emotions are inseparable, overwhelming, clouded. As you observe simply as a witness and Sakshi, I would like you to observe your own flow of mind. If there is any blockage, agitation, any distractions or disturbance in the natural flow of silence, calmness, the peace and happiness, When these natural states of mind are interrupted by the thoughts or emotions, we often feel agitated, imbalanced. What does interrupt our peace, calmness, happiness, and why? Some answers may start to come on the surface. I would like you to simply observe whatever the mind starts to indicate, mind start to relate, without judging, without involving yourself for the right and wrong, the logical analysis, simply observing, knowing. When you think about these distraction, agitations, does it interrupt the flow of your prana? Does it change the pattern of the breathing? Does it change also the sensations in the body? Simply observing how these are interrelated and connecting how one does affect the other. Balance is not just interrupted in the mind through the flow of thoughts. It very quickly changes the flow of breathing and the flow of energy in the body. At this stage, you can observe any subtle imbalance very clearly, connecting with the self through body, breath, mind, your emotions, understanding of yourself and the world around, constantly changing throughout. If you look into the times, it never remains the same. It's a flow, constantly moving, constantly changing. But this change, does it bring the balance or connect you with your happiness? Loving divine or the bhakti is to love yourself, connect with yourself, feeling that uninterrupted peace and happiness toward the self without a distraction, without an obstacle. The self beyond the limitations of body, mind, and intellect. Beyond the label of the world, roles, and responsibilities. The self in its purest form, where nothing binds you to be limited. At this point, you are only connected to the self when you see yourself beyond all the limitations of body, mind, and emotions. You see their interplay, you see their interconnection, but you also see yourself beyond. You as a self without attaching with any is calm, is peace, is happiness itself. At this point, you don't need anything to be happy. You're happy with yourself. You don't need anything to be peaceful. You are the peace. When we connect and identify ourselves with the limiting or the limitations of the body, mind, or intellect, when we wrongly identify and act upon these limitations, we're not happy anymore. We do experience pain, we do experience the heartaches, the worry, fear, all that emotion which is not truly you is the limitations of mind. But at this point, when you see yourself beyond all the limitation and connecting truly with self alone, you do not feel any pain. There's no heartache, there's no worry, there is no fear. You're complete, you're whole, you're enough. You are simply you. The pure awareness, the consciousness of the self, without labeling by your roles or responsibility, without defining by your actions or emotions. The sense of completeness, the wholeness, peace, and happiness, all that is just not the words anymore. That's what you experience. That's what you are. Nothing else but just you connecting with you help you to reach this state. At this point, even the divine, the God, is not separate. It feels one in the peace and happiness. If you wish to see or connect with Him, you do not feel connected with the form. The simple idea connects you with the vastness of divine love. That is you as well. That is self. Without needing anything else to be connected with divine, you alone are enough. The self within is enough. Even the idea of separating divine from the self seems like a distraction. This study devotion upon the self, even the practice of devotion like rituals, singing, listening, or doing anything to feel the divine, does not seem like practice of devotion or bhakti. Love, peace, happiness alone is the path, and by love alone we reach love. Toward the self, toward the divine, and you lose this discrimination of two. There is no need to do the bhakti separately. For the practice of bhakti, when you're connected with self and your own happiness, you feel the divinity, the love, the uninterrupted love toward the self and love toward the divine. And at this stage, there is no need, the form and the form of practice to connect. Even that you feel connected. You feel that's you alone. And that's your Aradhya, that's your beloved, that's your Lord or the divine form becoming one, inseparable. I would like you to bring your awareness on the heart center, where your physical heart is. Feel the small light in the heart center that starts to grow brighter. From the heart center, the experience of light, the warmness growing throughout your body. The freedom, the joy, the warmth, the light and understanding that grows without a limitation throughout the body. Within you and all around you, as this light grows, you're connected with the pure consciousness, the divine presence as you visualized into this light. There's no longer any separation between you and the light, which is divine. Stay connected with the feel of unity, bliss, and peace of this connection. There's nothing you need to do, nothing you need to achieve. Simply be yourself. Very gently, moving your hands together, bringing them together in Namaskar Mudra. Stay there for a moment, simply observing the bodily consciousness again. Slowly connecting with your breath and observing the flow again, bringing your attention to the divine form, in your gratitude, being thankful for the opportunity to be connected with oneness. In your own mind, simply, we'll conclude with three shantis. Simply rubbing your both palms together. When it starts to feel warm enough, placing your both thumb on your eyes, keep it there for a moment. Very gentle massage on all over your face. Very slowly bring your both hands down. Take a moment to connect again with bodily awareness and the surrounding. Through the sense of smell, any sound, any sensation on the surface of your skin. As you connect with the day ahead, the thoughts, the plans, observing yourself in middle of everything with a clear vision, with a clear mind. Let's start our day ahead. Gently opening your eyes, looking down when you're ready. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.